This is Natalie, the Vintage Cross Stitch Niche, bringing you another video. It's a Sunday morning. I went to church and now I'm back. So there will be a giveaway associated with this video. It will be on the Facebook page. It's too hard to reach people, and it's just a lot easier for me, just to let you know. The Facebook page is called, it's actually not a page, it's a group, is called the Vintage Cross Stitch Niche, just like this channel. And if you're not a member of Facebook, I know some people say that, then become a member. Don't do anything else. If you want to, you can just participate in the page, or if you're one of our viewers here, join in on the giveaway. I don't know what the giveaway is going to be, so that'll be a surprise. So, where do I begin? I would begin with an FFO. I did finish the Hinzeit Vintage Cat, and here it is. Isn't it cute? I was going to put this trim all around the edge that was a tinsel, black tinsel. It didn't look right. I started to sew it on and I didn't like it. So I put some vintage buttons, and I love vintage buttons. Just flatten this guy out. Sometimes this is filled with walnut shells, and just sometimes they're uneven, so you gotta sort of push him around. But anyway, I think he came out really cute. While I'm on the subject, I thought I'd show you some other finishes that are Halloween that I have. This is called Boo to You. And this is on Lakeside, I think it's called Vintage Maple Sugar. Is it? No, it's not. It's ginger, I forgot, but it's on Lakeside Linen. And who is this by? Who is this by? Let me look it up. I can't always remember. I really wish I could label these. Let's put down Boo to You cross stitch pattern. It is by, it's not by Prairie Schooler, it's not With Thy Needle and Thread. It is by let's see, Homespun something, I believe. Homespun Elegance. Aha, sorry. Homespun Elegance. I finished this myself. I thought I did a good job. And this is Dames of the Needle Black Velvet. I don't know the name of it, but it's Dames of the Needle Velvet is beautiful, just to let you know. It's a high quality. Okay. Then this is, I don't know who this is by. Another vintage cat. If anybody remembers who this is by, just put it down below. I recently had this on one of my Facebook things. Ah! Here you go. Another finish. This is Halloween Sam Hain All Hallows. I finished it as well. Filled with walnut. And this is Lady Dot Creates. Also nice. This is on my own linen, by the way. So, and this is by the Primitive Needle. This is by, I'll tell you exactly who. Let's just put down, because I got this on Etsy, so I can look it up. Let's see, who is this by? I get so, what's the word? Just Out of control. I forget this stuff. This is by the Humble Stitcher, excuse me. So this is by the Humble Stitcher. The fabric is by me. The colors are whatever I had left over. I'm looking at the color, I believe, I don't know what this, it's over dyed, but who knows. So that came out good. So far, and who is this by? Hold on, we're gonna get this. Let's go to, let me see what let me just go to my photos and we can tell you what this is right away. I gotta just look. Vintage cross stitch niche photos, and I will tell you, well anyway, I'll get back to you on this, or if anybody knows, just let me know. So those are 4 little pillows. This is by Ink Circles and Stitchy Box. I don't know the name of it. I finished it. It's got this nice polka dot in the back. It's got some lace on the sides, and of course the button on top. So I've got those 4. This is called Devil Runs by Primitive Hair. Now this one is also my linen. I made this as a beat dyed linen without a name. But this is Devil Runs by Primitive Hair. I could tell you that red is Cupid. Cupid. By Classic Colorworks. The black, I believe, is just DMC black. And the gray is, who knows, DMC gray. But that red, I remember distinctly. This box is by Lone Elm Lane. Just to let you know. And it's filled with pins. It's filled with Christmas pins, but some more Halloween finishes. All Hallows Eve, and this one is by Lucy Beam. I did not finish this because there's no way I was doing I was doing that. And this is on eDesigns linen. I don't remember the name of it. I don't have any more. I have a little extra piece, ornament sized. I believe these are called 4 threads. I believe so. I'm not sure about the white. I think I had changed it so it showed up better. But once again by Lucy Beam. This is Halloween Greetings. Oh, and this is either by Lady Dot Creates, this velvet, or it's either by Lady Dot Creates or by yeah, this is by Lady Dot Creates. And this is by Blackbird Designs. That is real vintage trim, by the way, just to let you know. This is called Jack-O-Lantern, so it's actually variegated, and when you stitch it, it comes out like that. So that's called Jack-O-Lantern. I think it's by Gasto Weeks, I don't remember. And this is a pumpkin colored linen. I love this linen. I don't know the, I'm sorry, pumpkin colored velvet. And I'm not sure who makes it. Pumpkin covered velvet. In fact, I remember buying this, so hold on. Hand-dyed velvet. Let me look it up. Let's look up one of my purchases. And who made this? Let's see. Made by hand-dyed velvet. It's Dames of the Needle. It's Dames of the Needle. I'm not even looking it up. I know it's Dames of the Needle. Isn't that pretty? The quality for velvet, I'm just telling you, Dames of the Needle velvet is the highest quality you can buy if you're going to buy hand-dyed velvet. And you see the quality of it, how pretty it is. And then one more, Halloween. I believe this is by Brenda Gervais. I believe. I did not finish this. It's a little uneven, but that's okay, who cares? By Brenda Gervais, with a lace that's gathered on my own linen. Once again, this is my linen, pretty naming linen. Cute, huh? Velveteen, I believe this is Lady Dot Creates. And, this guy with all the button teeth. This is an applique, and it's made by Black Woolen Designs. I recently got a hold of a bunch of books, and I resold them. I did not make any money reselling them, just to let you know. I resold them because I knew people wanted them. So it's got all the patterns to make this by Black Woolens, and it's called Something of the Seasons. Once again, if you're interested, I could put you in the right direction, how to get one, maybe. Anyway, I'm putting these back, all my Halloween finishes back. As you can tell, I forget what I stitch. What am I stitching now? Well, of course I'm stitching the Mayflower, but I put it down. I'm not sure why. Oh, one more finish, sort of. This is by Country Rustic Primitives, called Primitive Sleigh Sampler Pattern. I know the picture's no good, but that's the way it came. And this is on my own printed linen. It's small. It's a little itty bitty thing. Isn't it cute? How is this going to be finished? I started a little bit, there's about 1.5 inches, 2 inches on the side here. I guess that's plenty for finishing. My plan is to put this in a little frame. I ordered off of Etsy a vintage looking frame. We'll see how that comes out. I can always make this into a pillow or an ornament of sorts. Isn't that cute? So that's Country Rustic Primitives. I almost forgot to show that to you. All right, so let's go on to the Mayflower. Stopped working on this a little bit. I don't know why. But I did get a lot done. I will pick it up because if I never work on it and I put it away, I don't know when I'll finish it. So I did quite a bit. It's actually not called the Mayflower. It's called Coming to America. And it is cute, and it's coming out nice. How much did I finish? Well, just to show you the picture, I got the whole top part done up there. This is all lettering. That's going to go quick. And then, of course, you have this down here. So once this Cape Cod van is done, I've got the boat done, that's going to go quick, and then all you have is down here. So I think it's, if I just put my mind to it, it will get done. And I showed you what's in the box last time. But I will show you what I'm working on. I decided to have an ornament exchange on the Vintage Cross Stitch Niche page. My God, I'm dropping everything. But decided to have an ornament exchange. And I've heard horror stories about ornament exchanges. And what people have told me is that the person that you're partnered up with doesn't, what happens is you send them an ornament and they never send you one back. I know that's happened. I don't think that's nice, but I know it's happened. I think also some people went out of their way and made this beautiful, elaborate ornament, and then they got back something which they didn't consider to be elaborate. I'm making some rules. Number one, it's going to be max of 40 people. They have till this next Friday to sign up. I'm going to match people up. told people underneath the heading they have to say they want to do it, and I want a picture of what they plan on doing so I have an idea. I know it's ruining the surprise, but it's going to allow me to match up people based on skill level and style. I'm going to try. Not everybody's going to be happy, but I'm going to try. It's about giving, and I made that clear that you should make an ornament that you are proud of. Anybody who does not receive an ornament will get something from me, so nobody will be without anything. Things come up in life if somebody is going to let me know that they cannot fulfill their portion of the ornament exchange. I'm either going to send a little goodie bag to the other person who's made the ornament who you were matched up with, or my plan now is to make a few ornaments and be able to send them to people. It'll be fine. Your ornament is due the day after Thanksgiving. They have plenty of time to make a small ornament. And all skill levels were invited because I don't want people to be uncomfortable. As long as there's all skill levels, we'll match people up and do the best we can. And besides, it's about giving, not receiving in my book. So even if you get something that's not as elaborate as yours, I'd like people to be happy with it and say, wow, somebody made this for me. So with that said, one person is from the UK who asked me if she can join. I said yes. I will probably match up with her so I don't have to inflict the extra postage on anybody else. So just for that reason. And here's what I chose. This is by the work basket. Let me find the picture. It's from one of the older Just Cross Stitch magazines. And I have to find, this is when they did it in a different way. Here we go. Okay. So this is by the work basket called Quaker Reindeer. Okay. So it's a little on the prim side, but I think it's going to make a lovely ornament. I am doing it on my own linen. This is also the snowflake linen, and the color is Schoolhouse Red. That's where I've gotten up to. Now, I'm not a master finisher, but there are quite a few tutorials. I know there is a tutorial about how to finish this sort of in a round circle, and I think that's what I'm going to do. So it's going to have a hanger on it and be in a round circle and be something you can hang on the tree. So I've gotten quite a bit. I'm not doing it in this dark color. I'm doing it in a brighter color and on my own linen. I think whoever gets this is a lucky person. I would love to get it myself. So, you know, anyway, that's mine. I may have time. Oh, I did not show you my real FFO, but I'm just looking on the ground. This is a little disjointed. I'm sorry, but I may have time for one more Halloween stitch before Halloween. And that is Teresa Kogut's Such a Fright. This is a quickie. It's all done in one color. So I actually have 3 pieces of green that I could do this on. I've seen it on Kermit and it looks perfect, but I'm going to show you 3 different bright greens. I picked mascara for my black. It's a black with a little hint of variegation. And let's put this on different linens. Kermit's a nice linen. I picture this plus, but I think it's more yellow than these two. Now this one is by Weeks. I have no idea what it is. It's a neon green by Weeks that I got at the cross stitch cupboard. This is a printed linen, by Fabric Flair. I didn't know it was printed when I ordered it. It was not cheap. I ordered it on Etsy, but it's very pretty. But I like the neon green, so that's what's going to be on. Anyway, just to show you, I had ordered this extra linen. I don't always get my linen at bargain prices. I pay retail like everybody else, just to let you know. Sometimes I get my linen at bargain prices. But I think I'm going to start this too. I really want to get this in before Halloween's done, and then maybe finish it on a board. Speaking of finishing on a board, from Teresa's Primitive Treasures on Etsy, she made me a custom board for pumpkin pie. It's finally done. So look at what I did. So this is a piece of board, well, I don't know what you call this, mounting board that this is stretched over. This is another piece that's got fabric, and then the whole thing is glued onto this board. And I did pick a rustic black. Didn't want to take away from the color. Once again, this is called Pumpkin Pie by the Primitive Hare on linen called candy corn that I made. I did make more candy corn and I sold it all. I'm not going to be making candy corn again. We're done for the season. I'll make it next year. And I did write down the recipe. So candy corn is a lovely linen. I know how to make it. It's 28 count. I used 2 strands. I do have it written down what colors I used, but they're overdyes. They're what I had. In fact, I think I told people in another video. So that's it for finishes and potential starts. Now for new stuff. First things first, from Kathies Posies, I ordered more bags. Kathies Posies. Isn't that pretty? And look what she put on the front, real vintage needlework. I haven't opened it yet. Aha, here's what's in the inside. She was $16 a bag. She raised it to $20, so, which I don't blame her. And by the way, they do have little charms. This charm is just a little flower. I don't know, you may not be able to see it, a little flower. This is the second bag I got, once again, with the vintage needlework that somebody did. The inside has, that's vintage fabric on the inside for sure. And just, here's the bag, what it looks like. And the third one also has vintage. They're all different. Pretty fabric, right? This has a different flower. And the inside is just, it's blue, matching the blue. So I have 3 new project bags. I'm very pleased, very pleased. Okay. New stuff. I'm on a diet not to buy new charts. With that said, I have new charts. Like everybody else, I'll have to eventually destash a little. Who cares? You know, if you just enjoy, people collect. I collect, I like antiques. Just for the sake of having antiques. So sometimes I will buy things to have them. You can collect charts. And then floss you can always use, fabric you can always use, even if you decide that you don't want to use the chart. You can sell it, you can give it away. So I have a whole bunch of floss, and I'm going to show you what this is. I want to make sure I give you the company name properly. Let me just get the name of the company is, where is it? Three Hearts Design Company. So that's THREEHEARTS Design Co. You know, on Etsy, in between the words, there's no spaces. So sometimes it's really hard to find these things. But it's Three Hearts Design Company. Company is Co. So, and she sells hand-dyed threads. They're 8 yards for each skein, so 8 yards. And it's going to be hard for her to match up skeins. I think you can ask her to say, I need 3 of the same of each or whatever. But 8 yards is almost double what you get on a known brand. They're all on these cute little cards. I'll be right back. Somebody wants me. I'm back. So they're on little cards. And I'm going to show you these colors. I just got some random colors. She has them by lots of random colors. I wish she had a black. I'm going to ask her to make me one. But they're beautiful. They are DMC based. Let me show you more. They're DMC based, so you know the quality is there. They're not on the cheap Chinese, although I don't know if DMC is made in China. I heard it was made in the US now. The European stuff is made in France. But I'm just going to show you these. And I figured out it's $1.50 a skein, and the skein is about 1.5 times that you get from another, so it's pretty much head per head. It would be about $1 a skein versus now $2.50. So it's a good, amazing price. And look at the beautiful colors. They're rich colors. Beautiful. I'm gonna ask her to make me some reds and blacks, I don't see any reds and blacks in here. So anyway, this was her random color picks. I think it's awesome, and I can't wait to try stitching with them. Just really beautiful. I mean, look at this one. This one fell on the ground. Pretty, right? So I discovered that. Scattered seed samplers, as you know, I've recently done one. Crown Hem had a lovely finish she posted. It turned out that the chart was part of a club. It's not too late to join the club. The club was quarterly, so I have the first 3 that you had to order all together, which is fine. And this is Remember Me Pin Keep. I love it. I saw her finish this. The kits come with everything. Fabric, floss, charm, finishing fabric. That's Remember Me. This one is called Skeptical Gatherings. And this one's called Little Wren. Isn't that cute? Yes, I wasn't going to buy any charts. The other chart I have is also by Country Rustic Primitives, Dry Goods. This is perfect to put on my dining room table. I want to start making some smalls that are not holiday, because I do a lot of holiday stuff that go along with my bowls. I have a lot of antique bowls. So I bought that. That's a quickie and an easy one. And then from the Bluebird Needleworks, I ordered these from Moscow. And it only took about 6 weeks to get here. She sent me a beautiful little postcard that says greetings from Russia. And that's a picture of Moscow. Written in perfect English saying, "Dear Natalie, thank you for your purchase. Have a good stitching time. Ivita, the Bluebird Needleworks." That must be her name. So she sent me Winter Forest. Isn't that cute? I ordered 2. She also has PDFs, but she sent, I wanted these. So I don't like PDFs. And then this is Merry Christmas. It is in Russian, which I think is kind of cool. My grandparents are from Russia, although they fled Russia, but that's okay. And it's in Russian. I think that's really cool, so I'm going to do it in Russian. And these are quickies. 4 colors, 109 by 109. We certainly can use any random colors, and it's real pretty. So I ordered those, and these are smalls. If I'm going to get charts, they're going to be smalls. I'll tell you that. The third one was an eBay find. The bag is old, which tells me who knows how long this has been. This was a very inexpensive eBay find, and it's a kit. It's an old kit that came with DMC and some fabric, which this looks like cream. And it's a small little sampler by Teresa Baird. Excuse me, a small sampler by Eileen Bennett. Ooh, where am I getting that from? Eileen Bennett. Comes with a needle, comes with little directions, and I just liked it. It's a Christmas sampler. I'm positive that the picture doesn't do it justice. I like the little border on the bottom. Isn't it beautiful? Very inexpensive. It's called a Christmas sampler. The quote's from Benjamin Franklin that says, "Let no pleasure tempt thee, no profit allure thee, no ambition corrupt thee, no example sway thee, no persuasion move thee to do anything which thou knowest to be evil. So shalt thou always live jollily, for a good conscience is a continual Christmas." And the chart is hand done. Nothing wrong with that. This is what they did. And I don't know a year. I'm looking for a year. But this is by Eileen Bennett, who I believe is probably retired, called The Sampler House. Her address is here. I would have liked to have seen 1989. Okay. So, although I would not do this in DMC. I can always use extra DMC. I can always use extra fabric to dye, because I do like over-dyed fabric. I'm not sure what fabric I would do this on. I have to think about it. But this was a very, very good eBay buy. Like, super cheap. Okay. Oh, here's some more thread. Finally, I'm just going to show you some fabric. Now, last thing I need is fabric that I bought, but I will show you why. I made this fabric. This got printed on it, A Little Town of Bethlehem. It's really a very, very pretty piece of fabric. So I made this fabric. I'm just going to show you it up close. I made this with a cup of leftover coffee from yesterday. Okay. wanted to show you, I already showed you Humbug, some more fabric that I had made. This is the Christmas tree fabric, and this is called Grand Christmas. And I'll tell you why it's called Grand Christmas. Mr. Magoo Christmas Carol, that's what the tree reminds me of. The tree with the raspberry dressing. So I made that. I sold some of this. This is what's left over. Of course, I showed you the snowflake linen. This linen is called Vintage Ornaments. Okay. Might be nice for this sampler, actually. I know you have to think about it, but as you can see, you don't have to be afraid of these busy fabrics. And then finally, this one's called Bells of Christmas. So those are some fabrics I made. I'll show you some fabrics I bought. Some of these I bought because I thought the price was good and the fabric is lovely, so some I just bought. This is Jewel by Picture This Plus. I do not have this and I love the color. It is one of the nicest purples I've ever seen. Picture This Plus, I'm not always fond of their linen, but this one happens to be nice. Just love the color. I was fortunate enough from Acorns and Threads to find some high count Lakeside linen at a fair price. This is Vintage Chantilly 36 count, which is one of my favorites. It's got a pink tinge. It looks awfully white on there, but it's got a pink tinge. It's really beautiful. I've seen samplers done on this and they're lovely. She also had Lakeside Vintage Maritime White. This is a green piece. Not all of it looks on the green side, but this is. And this was in 36 count. And this is in 40 count. This is Vintage Lentil, which I absolutely adore. I did crown him on Vintage Lentil. It's got a green in the background. I love it. It's one of the more beautiful Lakeside, in my opinion, Vintage Lentil. So these are all 36 count, which nowadays is hard to find, so I bought that. I also bought some more Lakeside linen, that colors I had never seen, not from Acorns and Threads. This was from Facebook, a destashing page. This is called Sienna Night. I've never seen it. So I bought it because I've never seen it. I don't even know. I think it's still made. It's pretty. Okay. What I keep, what I sell, I don't know. That's one. This is called Lakeside Sienna White, not made anymore. So that's Sienna Night. This is Sienna White. It is not white. It looks white, but it's sort of an off-white with a variegation to it. You're not going to be able to tell, but it's an off-white. It looks awfully white on there. That's not white either. That's white. Yeah, this is white. That's not. And it's more of a cream color, and it's got variegation to it. It's quite pretty. Quite pretty. I don't need to put that in the bag. And this is Lakeside Homespun, which I've seen before. Lakeside Homespun has a little bit of a yellow color to it. Very pretty. It's Lakeside Homespun. And finally, one I've never heard of is Lakeside Vintage Wood Smoke. Get a better picture. Lakeside Vintage Wood Smoke. So I got all that Lakeside linen. So that little last batch I got on a destashing page, so I was lucky to get it. found a seller that had some birds of the feather linen, which is impossible to find. All the birds of the feather chart are done on that linen. And I'll show you what I have. This one's called Raven. Birds of a Feather Raven. This is called Nightingale. It doesn't look right there. It looks so bright, but it's not. It is the color of French vanilla ice cream. This is Sparrow. And finally, one I had never seen. What the heck is this called? I'm going to look and see on my receipt. What is it called? Magpie. I've never seen it. So I got a big half yard of it. Magpie. All birds of a feather linen. This I probably will resell some because I don't need all of it, but it's different. So that was a lot of fun. I'm not going to read from A Christmas Carol today. I have to keep this one short. My husband wants a power wash outside, and that's going to absolutely ruin ruin the rest of the video. You'll just hear that. So I want everybody to have a good week. Halloween's approaching, which is a lot of fun. Oh, I have one more thing to show you. Oh, gee, and it's sitting right here. Two more things to show you. See, I'm going to end this early, and I really didn't. There's one, I'm going to review this magazine with you, which is the 2006 Just Cross Stitch. I was going to do the fall of Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher, but I've never gotten it. I'm a subscriber, and I had emailed them a number of times, and they said everybody's had gone out, never got mine, and lo and behold, they posted on Facebook that a bunch didn't go out. So hopefully I get it soon, but I'm not going to show it to you until I get it. I may not show it to you at all because it's a little late. So two things I'm going to show you now. One is my folder of freebies. This is what you should do because freebies disappear on the internet if you're relying on them. They disappear. You may not be able to find them. Your computer could crash, and I like written charts. So I have a whole folder of freebies. This freebie is not available to everybody. This freebie is from Hands Across the Sea, and if you're part of their Stitch Along, you get this freebie. Look how cute that freebie is. That's a freebie. I'm not going to go through these freebies, but just a few. That's a freebie. This is a beautiful freebie. I mean, this is unbelievable, right? I have so many freebies, I can spend so much time. I didn't even print them all out. That's a fabulous freebie. That's a freebie. I didn't print them all out because I just print out the ones that I might do. That's a freebie. I mean, that I definitely would do, no question. This is on my list of things to do. This is 12 Days of Christmas by Plum Street. That's just the page, one of the pages, but I have them all individually in a different way, so you can, you know, each one. Freebies, freebies, freebies. I mean, entire freebies from Primitive Hair. Freebie from Primitive Hair. These are entire charts. Beautiful, beautiful charts. So anyway, I'm not going to go through these, but just about all of these are on my site, on my page. Some are hard to find. Some are hard to find. This one's a freebie off from a Russian designer. Isn't that pretty? That's not the chart, that's just the cover page. The chart's actually in 4 pieces. This is from a freebie from a French designer. That's not the chart's in pieces. Same French designer freebie, every one of these Santas. So you just have to look. This is by Fairy Wool in the Wood, freebie. These are all legitimate freebies, no bootleg, no bootleg. This is also a very pretty one by New York Dreamer. This is by something stitchy. But anyway, my suggestion is you keep a nice little folder of them and you have your freebies together in a nice way. So, final part of this is 2006 Just Cross Stitch Ornaments. These aren't on individual pages, you just have to trust me. So, I'm going to show you, number 1 is Old Colonial Designs, number 2 is Praiseworth Stitches, number 3 is Cat's Whiskers, 4 is Patricia Ann, 5 is Little House Needleworks, 6 is Whiskey Creek Ink, 7 is Water's Edge, and 8 is Angel Stitching. And the reason I'm saying this to you is so you can look at the numbers and go back if you're interested. Cute, huh? Here's the other 2. Okay. Next page, number 1, Shepherd's Bush, 2, Julia Lucas, 3, Cross-Eyed Cricket, 4, Bright Needle, 5, Deb B's Designs, 6, The Sunflower Seed, 7, Moss Creek Designs, 8, Cindy Valentine Designs. Okay, if there's anything specific you want to know about these, let me know. Just say something below and I'll get back to you. If I don't answer you for a week or so, it's because I just haven't gotten to it. Next, number 1, Prairie Moon, 2, Glory Bee, 3, The Prairie Schooler, 4, Little by Little, 5, Homespun Elegance, 6, Charlotte's Web, and 7 is Country Cottage Needleworks. There's some beauties in here. Look at them. Aren't they pretty? I know I did that fast, but there's some real beauties in here. Very well-known designers, as you can tell. 2006, which already seems like a long time ago. Next, Sisters and Best Friends, 2, Thistle Threads, 3, The Stitchworks, 4, Busy Creations, 5, Ursula Michaels, 6, Val Stuff, and 7, Kitty and Me Designs. You can see they group them by style. Okay. Next, this is Blue Ribbon Designs, Fancy Work, With My Needle, Cherished Stitches, Hands to Work, Blackbird Designs, and the Sweetheart Tree. Some of these Blackbird designs are only available, in fact, they're only available in these magazines. But aren't they pretty? Beautiful, right? Any questions about which is which design, let me know. But isn't that pretty? Which one's the Blackbird design? Only available here. It's number 6. And oh, it's the little strawberry. See? Okay. Next. Amaryllis Artworks, Gemini, Elizabeth's Designs, Buttercup, La-Di-Da, The Work Basket, that's the one I'm doing, and Serendipity Designs. Once again, any questions, you let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Okay. Next, Lynn's Prints, Trail Creek Farm, Charlotte's Collectibles, Knotted Tree Needle Art, Raise the Roof designed. Raise the Roof is Teresa Violette and somebody else. That's Shakespeare's Peddler. 6 Twisted Oak, 7 M Designs, 8 Still Stitching with Susan. Okay. Can you see them all? You got it? Okay. Next, Erica Michaels, Gentle Pursuit, Victoria Sampler, Monster Bubbles, Forget Me Not, Scandinavian Stitches, Charlene Designs, and Jeanette Douglas. There you go. I hope you can see them all. Pretty, right? Okay. Next, Lizzie Kate, WeWorks, Wild Hearts, JBW, Periwinkle Promises, Sue Hillis, Needle Play, and the Nordic Needle. You see them all? Pretty, right? Showing so you can look at them all. Is this going to be over soon? My God, it goes on forever. 1 Ladybug Designs, 2 Full Circles, 3 Imaginating, 4 Mosey and Me, 5 Vermilion Stitchery, 6 Dragon Dreams, 7 Heartstrings, the Artist Collection. See them all? Trying to fill up your whole screen. Got that? Okay. And there's some cute recipes in here. When you look at these old magazines, there was a lot more advertising, just the way it was. There is something really pretty in here by the work basket. I have to show you this. It's the Quaker Santa and the Quaker Snowman. That's one of the prettiest things I've ever seen. I was going to see if I can find that pattern, but that's by the work basket. This is when designers used to just advertise their new stuff here. Now they don't. They have Facebook. Isn't that pretty? Now we're done. So everybody have a good week. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you like the videos, please subscribe to the channel. Please join us on the Vintage Cross Stitch Niche. I'm not sure what my giveaway is going to be, but it should be something nice, I'm pretty sure. And have a great week. From my home to yours, keep stitching.